Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In War of the Visions, it is the end of the year, so like last year, let's do the Cabbage Awards. I'll put a link to last year down below. But here, let's look at some of the best of the year in various categories. And you might be thinking that who am I to be giving out awards, because I have not been following the game very closely this year, and I would agree with you. But the angle that my channel takes has always been to gather the kind of the Japanese knowledge and then translate it and distill it for the global community. So basically, this is just me gathering information all in a hurry and then presenting it here, rather than gathering it slowly over the course of a year. And then this will be from the JP perspective, so it will be JP releases. From December last year to December this year. So like it will include Persona, but will not include Full Metal Alchemist. Okay, but first category, Sleeper Unit of the Year. We have Resnick, Yuaru, Eliza, and then not pictured here is Snow. These are units that were like kind of question marks when they were first released, but turned out to be better and better with time. And then these are all non-cost 100 units. You could also call this category non-cost 100 unit of the year. I think you can make the argument for any of these, but I'm going to go with Snow. I think he was maybe the most surprising of all of these four. But like typically, units that are a mix of roles, you know, they're not very good at any of them. But Snow is maybe an exception. He's very good defensively and offensively. You could call him a true bruiser, so he is great for that. But these other characters, all great. Resnick is a healer, that makes her very easy to splash into other element teams. Yuadu is a strike attacker, which is still very difficult to defend against. And then Eliza does much more damage than maybe you would expect from a non-cost 100 unit. Okay, next category, Upgrade of the Year for UR units. Last year, this was called the EX Job Upgrade of the Year, but now in JP we have like Mastery Abilities 2, we have Job Buffs, we have the Dream Upgrade, so just a more general upgrade category. But we have Miranda, Raldor, Aerith, and Skull. Again, you can make the case for any of these. Miranda gets tankier, she gets better hit rate, 100% hit. Raldor is a great counter to like Win Gurasura. Aerith just continues being good. It's kind of crazy to think that she has like a longer time of relevancy than Tifa. And then Skull, maybe the biggest eye-opener of the year. But we'll give it to Miranda just because she's my favorite. Next, we have Upgrade of the Year for lower rarity units. I picked up Mont, Lavius, Dario, and Nasia. Maybe you can sense a theme here, but it is lower rarity tanks, and they all win because they're all useful. Especially for limited cost PvP stuff. Lowering the cost of your tank is not a big loss in utility, but you can gain and then use stronger vision cards and stuff. So these are all great choices to take to 120 or 140 now. Next, new collaboration of the year, and there wasn't a lot of new ones this year, and then only one numbered Final Fantasy. But that was Final Fantasy 13, and then Dragon Quest, Tact, and Persona 5. I'm gonna give it to Dragon Quest. I think it was very strong overall, but two very good Hatcher units, a great handout unit, and then some vision cards as well. Fun collaboration on top of having some nice stuff in there. Okay, next. Returning collaboration of the year, we have Final Fantasy 7, 10, Tactics, and 1. And then I gave this the new collaboration of the year last year, but we'll give it to 7. But good characters, like Cloud, still super usable, Aerith, still really good. Good farmable items, I think like the Shinra Bangle, that stock has gone up over time. And then the new characters, Yuffie and Sephiroth, both very, very good. Next, seasonal unit of the year. I don't have any of them, but like Lavius, Lucia, Helena, etc. I think we'll give it to Halloween Lucia. Low cost, 70, but way overpowered, and then dark element, so it has a lot of good partners, and versatile against all elements. Okay, next, collaboration unit of the year. Here we have Sephiroth, Lightning, and Zoma. There are also like Joker and Pissarro. They are all really good, and I'm very tempted to say Sephiroth because he's everywhere right now in JP. But I'm gonna give it to Lightning. She's just good for so many reasons, but like, she has that great projectile attack, and then also the follow-up attack on an AoE, and then she can give herself barriers, and break lightning, and break slash resistance, and then even if they build up a lot of projectile resistance, you can still hit them with slash attacks, so yeah, I think Lightning's pretty darn good. She is maybe the next cost 100 in disguise. Okay, next category, cost 100 unit of the year, and there were a ton. That's kind of a trend this year, was the increased pace of the release of cost 100 units. But like Wind Gurasura, Sadari, Araya, Dark Fina, Amunerisu, Mashiri. But we'll give it to Wind Gurasura. She is also, I think, a true bruiser, but very nice damage output, and then very good defense abilities too. She's so strong that they're designing a lot of stuff specifically to counter her, so that's how you can tell that she's good. Really good Trustmaster as well. Okay, next, lower rarity unit of the year. We have all of these farmable ones, and then Slime. The true winner is Slime, because cost 20 is still very rare, and then really strong considering the cost. But we'll give it to Lannel, just because she's my favorite too. But yeah, all of the farmable lower cost units, I do want to take them to 120, and then use them for selection quests, which is the game content which interests me most right now. Okay, next we have Unit of the Year. Candidates are Sephiroth, Remude, Sadari, and Wind Gurasura. Remude might be a weird choice here, especially since she didn't come out this year, but I just picked her up to sort of make the point that the way that PvP and power creep and game balance is managed in this game is really good. And so like old units like Remude, she can shine now because she is a great partner with Sephiroth. And so for the people that do enjoy PvP, I think this is an awesome game for them. It's always kind of dynamic and changing and churning. It's a shame that I don't have any desire to play it. But we'll give it to Sadari. He was the character that I was waiting for most, besides Lannel, and he came out, and he turned out to be really good. He's kind of a key piece of the top-tier Wind PvP team. But yeah, charm from that limit break, pretty darn good. And a great story in that interlude about his past. Okay, next, we have Vision Card of the Year. We have the Yuffie handout. We have the Naya job-based buff Vision Card. We have Anima, and then not pictured is Dark Ifrit. We'll give it to Anima, just excellent card for Dark, which is one of the stronger elements just all the time. But the Yuffie Vision Card, that's a good way to get more evade for your characters, and it's a handout, which is very nice. And then the Naya Vision Card, when I put up the chart about which cards were good for which characters, a lot of people agreed that that was one of the better cards, so I am working on it. I look forward to using it in the future. Okay, next, new game mode of the year. We have the Castle Crush Guild game mode, the EX stages for selection quests, the Chamber of Arms, and then the Leonis Coliseum. Castle Crush, that was a failure, I would say. I don't even know if they're going to do it again. The EX stages for the selection quests are cool. Chamber of Arms does not yet exist, so I can't choose that, so we'll go for the Leonis Coliseum. I talked about this in a previous video, but these are the winning teams of the PvP tournament, which you can fight and then get some nice rewards. And apparently Global is going to get their first official PvP tournament, so that should be fun. maybe they will have those teams appear in JP. That might be cool. Okay, next, trend of the year. We have the uptick of releases of cost 70 units, less need for bells as a Trustmaster, more Dark Esper releases, and then the introduction of job-based vision cards. I feel like the best trend is the uptick in cost 70 units. They are very useful for the cost-limited PvP, which I think is some of the more interesting PvP out there. Okay, and last category, controversy of the year. This is again for JP. But there was the Zazan exchange, the 80 plus resets for the Dream upgrade, Sephiroth at cost 100, and then the faster pace of cost 100 releases. I think all of these pale in comparison to the 80 plus resets for the Dream upgrade. It's really mind-boggling why or how the developers thought this could be a good idea. I think they were hoping, or like assuming, that people were not going to go to 80 resets immediately. But of course, there are always going to be crazy people that do that and then get a big advantage on non-spenders or even dolphins, so yeah. PvP might become more of a pay-to-win sort of environment, and then it's also very discouraging to whales who want to be at the top, but now it's costing, you know, thousands of dollars per character, which is just insane. I'm not going to touch it at all. But the next live stream, which will probably be in January, they will talk in more concrete detail about how to improve the Dream upgrade system. I feel like there's not a lot of stuff that they can do without angering the people that have already invested a lot into the system, so I don't know. I kind of feel like the developers' hands are tied. Okay, but those were the Cabbage Awards for Year 3. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.